Hello folks, here I am, old guy again. You may notice I'm not in my usual smoke coat. This is my riding around in the sun jacket, taking this out. This is the long awaited, I guess, well, long awaited by me anyway, run around on this California, see what we think of it. Like I say, I've had a little go, but not enough to really tell you how I feel about it. Still not sure about the look. Talked about this before. Not convinced about it just yet, but we'll get it out in the sunshine. We're going to have a look around. We'll take some little pictures of it perhaps, and maybe do a little video and see how we get on. I can't take out the Falcone in the corner there, with no wheels on it at all. Currently being relaced with the nice shiny rims. I'll bring you that when it happens. And then we'll see how we'll get on with the big Cali. Lovely looking thing, I guess, to some eyes. Like I say, I'm not too sure about it. But she sounds wonderful. And the little go I did have on it, the engine felt good. So we'll bring you that right away. So I'm going to now come to my camera and turn it off. And then the next time you see me, it'll be up somewhere, I don't know where just yet. And we'll see what we think of it. How's that? It's a good plan. So here we are with the Cali. Yes, it rides really well. It does what it says on the tin. It is a cruiser and it cruises. Not great in the lanes. It's okay, don't get me wrong, but it really comes into its own on the big A roads with sweepy bends where you can enjoy the countryside and really get a leg on, because this damn thing will move. The engine is quite perky. It really is the sort of bike that I do have the boxes for it, but once those boxes are on there and you are going across Europe, you could just sit there all day. It is so comfortable. Do I like it? Well, as far as I'm aware, I can't actually put a fault to it. Not a proper fault. I can't say, oh, this bike is dreadful at, because it isn't. It's dreadful at nothing. But I'm again not sure about the ergonomics, and I'm certainly not sure about the styling. I really don't know whether I'm a cruiser kind of guy. Nonetheless, it's a hell of a machine. I've ridden Harleys, not the new ones, I admit that. I've only ridden old Harleys. I don't know, my daughter owns them. They're panheads, knuckleheads, knobheads, I don't know, something along those lines, but they're the older ones. And this would seriously run circles around them in terms of comfort, handling, everything really. Really good piece of kit, and like I say, not as sunny as the other day, but certainly very pleasant out here in South Wales. And it is a nice place to ride any motorbike, but this on the big A roads around here, it just munches them up. It's brilliant. It's so easy. It's so very easy to do, just crunch up the miles. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that up here now, because I'm now going home for my tea, because it's tea time here for me. And I'll finish up this video back at the shed. Well, here I am back in the shed. Like I said in the big clip, it rides very, very well. The motor pulls like a train, proverbial train. It really is very good. That lumpiness I talked about before is still there a little bit. Still not 100% with the low speed running. It's just around about the 2000 RPM mark. It's a bit fluffy. Once you're above that, 2500, sweet as a nut. Just does get a bit irritating, especially on the slower stuff every now and then. But perhaps I shouldn't be making the engine lug so much and let it spin a bit. I don't know. Again, anybody with any experience of this particular motor, make comment, and maybe it's just me. But I still can't really honestly say that I have eyes for it. It's not a bike I'm sort of going, wow, you know, it doesn't wow me at all in the aesthetics game. Comfortable, God, it's comfortable. I do get it. I really do get it. There's no doubting. I could imagine doing lots and lots of miles on this bike. I said that in the other part of the video, that you know, you can see yourself going across Europe on it without any effort at all, none whatsoever. The question is, I guess, do I want to be seen going across Europe on it? Yeah, that's another bloody question. I'm sure I'm going to get lots of people telling me that it's a great looker. I'm sure of it, because it is a style that people are loving. I'm not sure I do. I think, if I was to be absolutely honest, I would go for the Norge before I'd go for this. I don't know, it doesn't know what it wants to be. It really is good at this big long touring, but it has this look of being a poser. Whereas the Nord is just that. This is going to be it's not a sport tourer, it's not a naked tourer, it's a purpose-built, single-minded, this is going to carry you across the world kind of a bike. And this, to me, just seems to have an identity crisis all of its own. Some of my friends are like that, but that's okay. That's okay, they are good friends. They're nuts, but they're good friends. And that's this bike. It's nuts. It really is, but I can see it becoming a good friend because it does what it does very well. And it's very easy. It's easy to live with. And so I guess I can forgive it, in my eyes, being an ugly duckling. But I don't think it'll ever become a bloody swan. It's just, for my taste, I can't see it. I know there's people out there that just love the cruiser look. You know, you only have to see Harley Davidson sales to know this. And the sort of, the Indian and the Victory and all the rest. I mean, they are super cool machines. I would just never bloody buy one. The only reason I bought this, really, was because it is a Guzzi. And I wanted to understand the thinking behind them. And to be honest, I don't. I don't really understand the thinking behind them, other than they wanted to tap into a market that would give them an income. I believe the original ones actually were sold, they sold an awful lot to America for the highway patrol. I mean, and I think, yeah, I get it. You can sit on it all day, you can go down the highway all day, you know, it's a good bike for it. Again, I keep harking back to the one thing, do I like it? Like the bike. And if anybody has never ridden one of these Guzzis with this linked rear brake system, where the 3 discs, 2 of them will run off your foot, the back and 1 of the front, and then the 1 disc is run off your handlebar. You've never ridden brakes like this. You know, in traffic, you've got to be so careful of this foot brake. I'm not calling it a back brake because it's a foot brake, it operates both. It just stops you on a bloody 6 months, you're nearly over the bars. It's a fantastic braking system. It's taken a hell of a lot of getting used to. But you can haul up this great lumbering weight with these 3 discs, and you can do it with such control. It's unbelievable. It makes me wonder why it isn't adopted on an awful lot of heavy bikes, because it really does bloody work. I first came across it with the 750, the V75 750T, tends to ring the bell. It was basically a V50 blown up to 750. Lovely little bike, used to drive me nuts with its odd misfires, but the braking was really good on it. And when they've upscaled it to this thing, with these bigger brakes, with these huge Brembo discs and the huge calipers, the 4-pot calipers, the damn thing just is so powerful on its brakes. Certainly, most of the time you ride bikes and you think, well, the brakes are just keeping up with the motor and the weight. This thing is the other way around. These brakes are more than capable of handling this bike. More than capable. They're fantastic. That's me getting enthusiastic about a bike that I really don't have eyes for. But you've got to sort of look at all these machines and give them their credit where it's due. And this thing is its braking. Again, I've not had all the boxes on, you know, the panniers and what have you, and ridden it fully loaded with erring doors on the back. Whether or not I will still like it after that, that's another story. I'm not going to get rid of it until I've done that, because oddly enough, she loves it. She thinks it's really nice to look at. But then again, she did used to ride a Virago. So there you go. It is in her flavour, if you like, or in her frame. It's just not mine. I really don't think. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see again to see what it's like loaded two up. I mean, it doesn't matter how it rides, or if I don't like looking at it, it ain't going to live here for long in my shed. Because this is, at the end of the day, what your shed's all about. Filling it full of stuff you want, not what anybody else wants. Very personal space. So, until next time, it's me saying goodbye again. Please press the like and subscribe and the whatever, if you like, and you want to subscribe, of course. Let's be fair. If you hate the sight of me and the sound of my voice, and don't press anything, but if you do, press those buttons. It will be much appreciated. And if you do leave any comments, I will do my best to get back to you. Thanks very much again. This is Old Guy in Shed saying ta-ra for now.